Hi, my name's Kit and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about things in my autismo creative bedroom that just make sense. Although autism doesn't rule my life, it certainly is a big part of it, so hopefully this will help you gain some insight into that. Well, let's get into the video. Before I start the video properly, I'd like to point out a few things about autism. Most people with autism have sensory issues, which means they're either over or undersensitive to things like light, sound, touch, taste, all these different things. In my case, I just like to craft quite a relaxing environment where the lights aren't too bright and the noise is quite crisp. And, you know, when I want to relax at the end of the day and I need to de-stress, I have to have these things. So hopefully when I explain why I like these things, you'll be able to think a little bit further into the fact that perhaps I like them because they are useful to me. They are not too loud, too bright, too this, too that. They're actually just spot on for my needs. And they're also quite, nice sensations after a busy day, for example, where I've been on trains and it's been awful noise, like lots of people, and yeah, that's the sort of thing that explains why I have these objects in my home. So, let's begin. The first thing to point out is the mass of cushions on my bed and the amount that I need to feel comfortable. So after a stressful day, my senses are shot and I just want to cuddle up nicely. Also, I am a little bit of a hoarder, so as I've said, I like to hoard things that I find beautiful and pretty. This is more than just a selfish thing. This is me trying desperately to bring into my home things that make me feel comfortable and familiar, and things that are just familiar to me. So this is why I have the Stormtrooper ale, or whatever that is. I don't know if it's ale or beer. It's a pale ale. Because I absolutely love Star Wars and it's very familiar to me. I've watched a lot of Bad Batch, so this is why I have this. Moving on to the Coraline doll. So this is a very creepy little object, but the reason why I have it is because Coraline was one of my special interests for a very long time. I was very obsessed with Leica Studios, who created Coraline, along with Neil Gaiman, and I love Neil Gaiman and Leica Studios, so I was really into Coraline. I love the yellow. It became part of my personality because she was such a strong character. She's just amazing. The next thing, the squishy fluffy carpet. So I really like the sensory element of walking into my room and just stepping onto this really soft carpet. So my whole room can't be carpet, but this little area is, and I really like it. This is something I created in my college years, and it's a Rob Ryan inspired piece, and it's quite beautiful, if I say so myself, and it explains like how it feels to have autism and how I feel like I'm not from this planet. So this is kind of important to me and I've kept it for a long time. Some people still say I'm from Mars, but I know in my heart I belong on planet Earth. It's so cute. Like, it's kind of like, I belong here really. It reminds me that. The next thing is my lizard Doug. So he is the most beautiful boy and he has the most soft little pads on his hands or paws or whatever you want to call them. His antics bring me endless joy and he is the cutest little thing. So he hasn't fired up properly in this video because I just woke him up. I like turfed him out of his bed, but he's actually a lot more bright in colour when he's fully awake. Yeah, he's very sweet and I like the sensation of him walking up my arm. I only usually wake him up when it's dark outside. So yeah, this is Douglas, my boy. Oh, he's very sweet and he's very cute, and I am fascinated with the animal kingdom and lizards and sea creatures and all manner of animals, so it's wonderful to have a little piece of that in my home, in my little Douglas. The next thing is a bit odd, so it's this gnome which says go away on it, because I grew up here and it wasn't the best experience, and I don't get along with anyone. Well, I don't know anyone from my old primary school, but at the same time, like, it's my sense of humour. Like, it's COVID, I like to put a thing outside that in my window that says go away, but also it's just kind of like my room's a sanctuary and it reminds me that. Do 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 do. So yeah, the next thing. Okay, I'm just being silly here. Okay, so next thing are my ukuleles. I absolutely love to play my ukuleles. So it's really relaxing to play them, and it's one of my interests. Although I haven't played them in a while, they bring me a lot of comfort and they're very beautiful. One of them my boyfriend got me and another my dad did, so they're very special to me. Which brings me on to my next point. I have a very good sound system. So I have I don't remember what it's called, but it's really good and the audio is amazing. Okay, next thing. So I feel like I'm masking quite a bit in public sometimes, and it's not all the time, but that's kind of like why I have that statue. And also, look, a fairy door. I have a fairy door because I love fairies. And also, this is something that I remember from primary school, so I wasn't invited to a lot of birthday parties, but then this girl, I think Amelia Blundell, invited me to hers, and I got this, and I've kept it ever since. It's really pretty. It sits on my windowsill. Ah, have I gone mad? Absolutely bonkers, but all the best people are. Oh, I love Alice in Wonderland, I love Through the Looking Glass, I love reading Lewis Carroll and John Tenniel's illustrations, I love it. And oh, Loki. It's a little dusty, I forgot to dust it, but yeah, Loki and Stitch, I love them. Okay, I have a bit of an obsession with frogs. It's insane. I just love all manner of frogs and lizards and fish and all kinds of creatures. And it's got way out of hand. Like, I have stickers everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. I'm not even showing them all to you. Like, I'm not even sure I got them all on film. They're like all over my room and they make me really happy, and I think that's like the only reason I have them and it's the best reason. Oh, my little squishy boy. So I have like so many plush mates, or whatever they're called, like reversible plushies, and they're really cute. And this is actually a thing that was developed for babies that were premature, but it really comforts me. So it's like a little bit of toy. Oh, and Grumpy Owl. Grumpy Owl, he grumpy. Oh, and then this gormless little duck that we got from the fair. I don't know, I just kept him. Bone apple teeth. Cute. I think one of the things that I wanted to point out in this video but just didn't was the fact that I think a lot of autistic people vibe with Stitch and Lilo, because Lilo is clearly an autistic child and Stitch is just a good little boy. So basically, I think a lot of people my age grew up with Lilo and Stitch and related a lot to the characters, and that's kind of why I love Stitch so much. I think that's like universal. I think a lot of autistic people love him, and I really haven't met one that doesn't. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can like, subscribe, and comment down below what was your favourite weird little thing in my room, because I'd like to see if we have anything in common, if you are autistic and if you have any like similar objects in your room, and I'd like to make friends here. So thank you very much. Bye bye.